another backfield that is not that attractive, but that's also baked into their prices. So maybe, just maybe, something could emerge here. Should zero RB faithful buy into the Zack Moss and Devin Singletary backfield of the Bills? What are your thoughts?
Not so much Singletary. I think we've kind of seen that run its course. I mean, even last year when Moss was missing time, like we saw TJ Yeldon actually getting a lot more run as kind of the weeks went on with that. So Singletary, he's fine, but we've seen the Bills now tell us that they don't really trust him to be their full-time back. Zack Moss, I think the jury is still out on that. And the place where he's going in fantasy drafts, just shortly after, like Leonard Fournette, Melvin Gordon, Michael Carter, Damon Harris, James Robinson. Like, I'm not saying I necessarily take him over all those guys, but it's a good spot for him. Like, I think it's reasonable. And, if you're a zero RB faithful out there, like, you should be looking at this guy. So, I don't think he's incredible, but hey, the Bills offense is pretty incredible. And I don't think Josh Allen is going to score 8 rushing touchdowns every single season of his career. So that's the hope, because, Josh Allen does kind of fall in that Lamar Jackson pool of great quarterbacks, but they don't really enable fantasy friendly running backs because Josh Allen doesn't have time for checking the ball down. He's gunning that thing downfield, even if it's more accurate these days than it was in the past. And he's taken off for the end zone the second they get inside the 10-yard line. He's literally like a top 10 player in rushing touchdowns since he entered the league. It's madness. But if that slows down, if Josh Allen, since he's such a better passer now and he's about to have, probably 9 digits of millions of reasons to, take care of his body a little bit better, if he can just chill a little bit on that, Zack Moss is the guy we would expect to be taking those touchdowns.
Yeah, I wonder if he will. That's, as you said, every single year he's been so good near the stripes. So I don't know that I expect it to slow down. But at the end of the day, an offense that's put up nearly 30 points last year, they were number 3 in points per game, and they didn't add any backfield competition. And none of us are talking about it. Like, I'm not talking about it. I haven't been. I haven't even looked at it.
It was only Breida,
Captain, Mike Davis. We're all about these guys that emerge from the draft without competition. Well, there's all these rumblings about ETN or whoever going to Buffalo, and it didn't happen, and still we all are ignoring it. So I do think there's some untapped upside, especially all those running backs that you cited, like James Robinson, as good as he was last year. Come on, we can't go back there this season. So if I'm looking for running backs in that range, if that's going to remain his price, give me a guy that does have 3-down skills in an offense that put up nearly 30 points per game. That's probably going to do the same thing in 2021. Yeah, he's going to get vultured by the ultimate vulture in Josh Allen, but still, I see some value. I do see some zero RB faithful value there. I'm with you. I am absolutely with you. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.